This tutorial is for 3rd grade, Module 5, Lesson 5. In this lesson, we're going to continue to look at the vocabulary associated with fractions and the meaning of fractions in general. I have a chart with some pictures of fractions, and I need to fill in different parts for those fractions. The first column asks for the total number of equal parts that make up the picture. So for my triangle, I have 2 pieces that make up the whole. Then I have to write how many pieces are shaded. So one of those pieces is shaded. In unit form, we would call that fraction 1/2. And as a fraction, we would put 1/2. The bottom number, or the denominator, tells me how many pieces make up the whole. The numerator, which is the top number, tells me how many are shaded. In the next picture, I have 3 equal parts. One part is shaded, so we call that 1/3. And as a fraction, that would be 1/3. In my last picture, I have 4 equal parts that make up the whole. One of those is shaded. We would call that 1/4. And as a fraction, that would be 1/4. This question says, Andre's mom baked his 2 favorite cakes for his birthday party. The cakes were the exact same size. Andre cut his first cake into 8 pieces for him and his 7 friends. Did Andre cut this cake into eighths? Well, looking at the cake, you can see it has been divided into 8 pieces. But when we're referring to eighths as fractions, the pieces have to be the same size. And you can see these are definitely not the same size. We've got some skinny pieces and some larger pieces. So no, this cake has not been cut into eighths. It's been cut into 8 pieces, but they're not considered eighths because they're not the same size. And this question says, 2 of Andre's friends came late to his party. They decide they will all share the second cake. So we need to slice the second cake so that he and his 9 friends can each get an equal amount. Well, we have to count Andre in with his 9 friends. That means I need to divide the cake into 10 pieces. I'm going to start by dividing it into fifths. And then if I just draw a horizontal line across the cake, I have my 10 pieces. Each person will receive 1/10 of the cake, 1 out of the 10 pieces that make up the whole. The last question says, Andre thinks it's strange that 1/10 of the cake would be less than 1/8 of the cake, since 10 is bigger than 8. And then we're to explain why 1/10 of the cake is smaller than 1/8 of the cake. And our explanation would refer to the number of pieces that the cake was cut into. If we cut the cake into 8 pieces, we're cutting it into less pieces than when we cut it into 10 pieces. So that means that each of those eighths will be larger than each tenth. When we're working with fractions, the larger the denominator, the smaller the piece.